Jody Lee Morrow moved from Oskaloosa to Albert Lea a little more than 4 years ago for a fresh start. Things began well. She found her place at the Cedar House in town, met friends, and even a man. But that new life took a turn. The relationship with her boyfriend, Chad Gulbertson, became violent. Police visited their trailer several times in just a few years. Morrow even took out a restraining order, but it didn't stop her ex. And just a few weeks later, on June 21st, 2009, he killed her. Gulbertson went with his father to the law enforcement center the same day and said he thought he killed my girlfriend. Gulbertson was quickly arrested and charged with 5 counts, including first-degree murder. His trial lasted most of the month of April, and on April 30th, a Rice County jury found Gulbertson guilty of 1 count of first-degree murder as well as the 2 second-degree murder charges. He will be eligible for parole in 30 years, and now he's speaking out about his experience only with KIMT.
I don't usually have many regrets, but I do regret what happened that night.
Chad Gulbertson may look a little bit different to people. He says he used to look like a hippie and now says adjusting to life in jail is difficult.
We have a cell that overlooks one of the courtyards, and there's a bright light that shines in my room all night.
One thing I wanted to ask Gulbertson about is a book he said at his sentencing he planned to write for Jody's sons.
I've already got 10 pages started, so yeah, I'm gonna write it, but it takes a little bit of time. But I gotta write all my nieces and nephews' books first, though.
Should people be scared of you?
No.
Why do you say that?
I'm really not a violent person.
Did you kill Jody Lee Morrow?
No.
You still maintain your innocence?
Yeah.
When you first, on that day, on June 21st, went into the law enforcement center, you know, a couple of times you'd ask them, just handcuff me, take me away.
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
I felt so overwhelming guilty about just being there. It was just, I mean, I still feel responsible for it because I wanted to go back over and talk to her. I mean, I didn't want anything to turn out like how it happened, but...
Was it, can I say, guilt or love that sent you and your father to the law enforcement center that day?
Maybe a little of both.
Guilt for not doing something?
Yeah.
Gulbertson does still say 2 others from Albert Lea committed the murder of Jody Lee Morrow, just that he's a witness.
But I mean, as soon as they had me penned as the one with the hammer in my hand, they didn't want to hear anything else. So I mean, it was just, I mean, I had tried to tell my attorneys from the beginning what happened, and they just wanted to go on this, oh, it was a heat of passion thing. And
how long would it have taken for anyone to know about Jody if you hadn't gone to the police center?
It would have probably been days. I mean, I love Jody, and it's just, I couldn't imagine life without her.
Did the system do enough to help Jody?
No. It seems like the system's broken, and it's always broken, so.
Chad Gulbertson didn't have a lot to say in our interview, but perhaps it is what he didn't say that's most interesting.
How do you feel when I say practically every bone in Jody's skull was fractured?
I don't know. I don't even try to think much about I don't try to dwell on what happened that night. Everything just happened so quickly, and it was just, it didn't seem like it was real. It seemed like a dream. I mean, it was, I don't know how to say it. It just didn't seem like reality.
What would you tell the 15-year-old you about life?
It's not everything it's cracked up to be.